Hey, it's Mikey Mike. Hey, we're in Lake Mohave at 6 Mile Cove, and we're doing a kiteboard session here. A really cool spot. Winds were up, and it was awesome.
I have no idea.
The guy over there?
I have no idea. Good
Hi.
to see you.
Got to meet Miss Melissa.
My boyfriend Tony, my
Tony,
dog
good to see you.
Puppy Brisa.
Hi.
Brisa, say hello. She's like, no.
Too busy to do
Wow.
it.
Where are you guys walking in through?
I actually walked, kind of weaved through here, and then walked up to the point, and then so right here is where we kind of store the kites. Somebody brought a big tarp. Probably a good idea for this area. There's a lot of traffic. You kind of wind your lines down upwind, and then when you're done, just like Sherman Island, wrap your lines up and put them by your kite. Make sure you launch your kite kind of upwind and then cut across the crowds and then kind of body drag out to that area, unless you're good enough to just quickly start. But I didn't want to crash my kite on people, so I kind of body dragged out. And the kiting spot is mostly from this point all the way pretty much across, and you can see somebody kind of going to the other point there. You got a few jet skis. No, I haven't seen any boats. The sand is kind of rocky sand, a lot of debris and just weird stuff.
So here's a quick kite launch. We're in the parking lot, and it's a little tricky. We got traffic going by, got people running around, but do the best job you can. It was pretty cool though. It worked out. The tricky part is weaving through the cars here, and all the tents and people and watermelons and you name it. It's all over the beach. Got to squeeze through these two cars here. A little tricky, but we're making it through. So a little bit of a wind shadow over there by the side. Come down and grab my board, and I'm wearing flip-flops at this time, so because the sand in the parking lot's pretty hot, so make sure you have a plan. And I actually carabinered a pair of flip-flops to my harness, so in case I got stuck downwind somewhere and I was having to walk back up the sand and rocks. That's a good idea. Make sure you do that. Even a cheap pair of flip-flops, it'll make it work. So grab the board, and here's the trek up the beach. So you'll kind of see from the kite cam point of view and the kiter point of view the difficulty to get up the beach sometimes. It looks not too bad right here, but you got tents and cars and trailers and jet skis and you name it. That truck was pulled down a little bit earlier, and they were trying to load a jet ski, and I had to go up and around, and it was a little tricky. So you're walking through kind of a rocky, sandy, kind of a shelly beach, kind of sharp on the feet. So if you got tender feet, you might want to have another pair of flip-flops. But here's a hose, and there's a watermelon we're trying to skip over. I'm trying to get around some people. And here's some more easy ups in close proximity to my line, so I've got to keep the kite high and keep moving so it doesn't fall out of the sky. And there are some traffic, and you can kind of see the shells and rocks, and then all of a sudden there's some sand and people just darting all over the place, and little munchkins, and trying to weave our way through and not stab anybody with the surfboard or crash the kite at any time. But the water route seemed a little bit easier than the parking lot route, because I picked a way through the cars there, and then trying to make it through the once again the easy ups and stay on the shore there. They're pretty close proximity to your line, so you got to be really, really careful and make it through, and then also with your tender feet trying to make it through that transition there. So we're making it to the spot that I kind of want to kind of go out. And also we got little dogs and animals going on that want to attack you, and so you gotta it's it's camping, man. That's what it is. It's all about having some fun. Everybody was really nice. Everybody camping was really nice. They're all interested in kiting and want to know how to do it. So that was fun. So we're gonna body drag out kind of through these people here. We got a couple unicorns in the water and a lot of people, little jet skis going on. So try to get out in a safe area. This is kind of a lull area. It's right around the point. So you got to be careful. You got to want to try to get out as quick as possible. It's rocky bottom. Not too bad though. I was just worried about a little bit of glass, but I made it through. Didn't get any injuries. Oh, sorry. It was a swan and not a unicorn this time. And we make it through. And once again, just kind of walking and body dragging a little bit. So I'm on the new, brand new Cabrinha S-Quad. It's a 5.7 surfboard. I actually took out my 6.4 Edmondson's board out. It was great. I had a great time. But this run here is the brand new Cabrinha. It's a lot smaller board and a lot more maneuverable and a little squirrely. But I did really well. I'm on an 11 meter. Holy cow! 11 meter Cabrinha Switchblade. Normally I fly the 17 Contra, then the 14 Switchblade. Now we're on 11 meter. Holy moly! The winds were about I don't know, 18 to 22 maybe, and I did really good on the 11. So I'm pretty impressed, especially even on the smaller surfboard. So fat boy trick to swing my leg up, even on the smaller board. Get your foot in the strap, and nice. Water was nice and warm. I was wearing shorts and just a skin on top, kind of a rash guard. So diving the kite and we're up and riding. And you can see the people. If you mess up, you're going to definitely land on some people. So you want to get out about as far as you can. This board is moving out, and we're having some fun. This thing can definitely cut and carve. That Cabrinha S-Quad is really, really nice. I actually got that on sale, I think at Action Sports. It was like $5.99 or something like that. It was pretty inexpensive compared to $800-900. So we're getting out past the buoy lines here, and just moving right along. And I think I'm doing pretty good on 11 meter. And the winds, you can see there's not a lot of whitecaps here. And guess what? I have to trim the kite in a few times because I was a little overpowered on the 11, which was awesome as well. So, there's a few low areas, but the wind was pretty consistent, pretty smooth, and there was a lot of waves, like wind swell, which was really cool. A lot of fun to play on. You can definitely catch them there. I was there by myself, so you got to be careful at Lake Mohave at 6 Mile Cove. I had no cell service. I didn't see any kind of emergency services or lifeguards or anything like that. So be careful when you're out here. Fortunately, it's a river style kind of lake, and you'll end up back at the shore eventually. But you don't know which shore, depending on the wind direction. It was kind of side on. Or onshore, side on. It wasn't too bad, except they have 2 points that you got to get around. So those points are right in the way. So kind of depower the kite here, or power up the kite again when I stop, and give me a maximum force when I want to get up. And what's super nice about the lake or river, there's no stingrays, there are no sharks to worry about. There's nothing. You just can chill out if you want, and nice warm water. At least here in the summertime it was. I'm sure in the wintertime it gets a little brisk. But look at this, trimming this 11 meter in on a 5.7 surfboard, and that's crazy. And we are moving. This 11, it was really responsive. I was able to keep it in the power zone when I needed to. And quickly dive the kite to get it back in there. So if I was having a little trouble, just quickly dive the kite, get me where I need to go. So feeling comfortable, one-handed. It was awesome. And we're trimmed in. So And again, you get into a couple spots where you got to trim back out and get a little bit more power. Some pretty decent swells going on. It's almost like Long Beach. They're trimming that kite out a little bit, slowing down a little bit. You got to dive the kite really hard. Kind of slacking back in the water, but was able to maintain. Just kind of cutting back and forth, having a lot of fun. Some hard carves. Just trying to get used to this board. Little air action. And a little swamping action. Oh. Caught a little air there, trying to do a little turn and transition. And a quick body drag back to the board. I actually this had so much power it actually pulled me right over the top of the board. Whoa! I missed the board right over the top, even with the 11 meter. The wind was doing pretty good. So I overshot the board and have to body drag back to it. So Lake Mohave, the 6 Mile Cove, really cool. It's about a 6 mile dirt road though. After you get past the ranger station, it was a $25 entry fee or $50 or so, or $60 for the year. So I opted for the year pass. So if I just go one more time, it pretty much pays for the pass, and then I have more options to go. So dive the kite and we're back up and riding, having some fun. Now, there was a few jet skis in the area. I didn't see any boats for the most part. The jet skis were a little squirrely in the no-wake zone. I thought Melissa was there. She was gonna hang somebody if they got too much. it was getting a little crazy. But having to dive the kite way down in the power zone here, and it was a little bit of lull area there. But we were able to work it through and just kind of try to kite out a little bit. The surfboard was pretty fast. And I sat in the water a little bit lower than my 6'4", so it took a little bit more effort, but once it got going, it really dug in and held a good edge. So hooking some nice carves there, nice sweeping carve, having some fun. Having a great time. So it's Mikey Mike. Make sure you leave some comments down below. Lake Mohave, little kiteboard session. All right, man. Hope you have a good one. Hey, peace.